Towards the end of the call, the guy said, "Don't worry, I'll come to the bank." And the lady said, "It is on your way to the bank that trailer will jam you." She, "Don't you trust me? I'm from the bank." And when she saw that the guy was not going to. Now, falling for such things after being scammed is more like you didn't learn from your mistakes. That's number one. That's on one hand. On the other hand, you have heard several times of the possibilities of people claiming to call from banks and they have scammed people. You've heard such stories. So do you have to experience the mistake before you learn? So it's either you're learning from your personal mistake or you're learning from the mistakes of others. However, do we really learn from mistakes? And is it a festive period thing for people to be victims of scammers? 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Join the conversation on X. Our X handle is at Nigeria InfoPH, on X at Nigeria InfoPH, and then our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. The call screener is on standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but of course that of the call screener. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. The people really learn from their mistakes, and has it become a festive period thing for people to be victims of scammers? Now, the possibilities that you may not get through to us via the phone lines are 50-50, so explore the other options. Divine Toddy Palap on Facebook said, "I learn from others' mistakes and I still learn from mine as well." Michael Stevens says, "It's a terrible mistake to be a Nigerian. I'll correct the mistake in my next world." How is that even possible? Do you believe in reincarnation? Harvard J. Ina says, "Yes, I do." I have Christian from New Road on the line. Hi, Christian. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yes, afternoon.
Good afternoon.
People should learn from people's mistakes, not until you've encountered it before you learn. Sometimes you learn from people. Just like the story you gave, not until I'm being robbed or I'm being scammed before I learn. I have to learn from others. I move on life.
Okay. All right then. Thank you, Christian. Thank you so much. Back to Facebook messages now. Udoka, or rather Ernest from Woji says, "In Nigeria, we don't learn from our mistakes. There is no mistake in our dictionary. In our country, we make more mistakes to gain more experience from our mistakes. This company knows that Nigerians like ripping from where they didn't sow, and that is why they keep coming into this country. It's only in this country that somebody will tell you that miracle money will enter someone's account." Really, Ernest? You had to go there? Like, really? All right. Just a few seconds, please. Princess is calling from Ogubolo. Hi, Princess. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Princess.
I learned from my mistakes and also from people else, and it will make yours being perfect.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, the last thing you said.
I said you learn from your own mistakes and also from people around you, and to make your own more perfect.
No, I'm not asking if you, okay, do people, from your experience, from your encounter, from interactions with people, from the stories that you have heard, do people actually learn from their mistakes? That's the question, not...
Yes, they do. They do learn from their mistakes.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so much. Remember, this is centered around financial mistakes. So while you want to respond to the question on a general term, take into consideration the fact that we are centering it around financial mistakes and scams. A friend of mine who used to be in the banking industry once shared with me how most times customers will come to the bank and wail. And this was solely because these customers, their accounts had been wiped out. And that they expect the bank to perform some magic to be able to retrieve the money lost. And upon investigation, it was discovered that the customers had done what they, the banks, had warned them not to do. Things like not revealing your PIN to another person. Things like not... what were some of the other things the guy revealed? But hey, they had put themselves in that position. And now they blame the bank, or they want the bank to perform some form of magic, which is almost impossible. Be vigilant. Don't do like this. Don't put your details. Your bank will never call you and ask for your PIN. Your bank will never call you and ask for this and ask for that. You have been told that countless times. Why do they still fall prey to some of these things? Now, it's even sad when someone who had once been a victim of some of these financial scams or fraud or whatever it is you want to label them are victims of it again. And then you ask yourself, didn't you learn anything from the last time? It was not just MMM. There was, please, if you remember, help me. There was, no, what's this other one again? But then we had financial experts explain that these schemes are basically Ponzi schemes, and that it was basically a case of robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you think you're winning, but in the end, it's just a circle. It's like you're putting a KO and then you're collecting maybe earlier than you were supposed to collect, So that's how it works. And then you have to start calling the person. Say, I've been paired with you. There's a name I'm trying to remember, but the chances are that if indeed MMM is back, like some rumors have it, or it has been alleged, there are people that will still jump on the train. There are people that would still want to be a part of it all over again, even after all the stories that we have told, or after all the stories that have been shared. Away from MMM, the chances that people would get scammed this December, very, very high. Previous victims, fresh victims, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Once again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809 0306416, 0809 0306416. Just a few seconds, please. And he reads, yes, I do. Why does that sound like? Do you take this person to be your lovely wedded husband, to love and to cherish in sickness and health? All right. Now, this one says, some people learn from their mistakes and some people just won't learn till they die. That's why some people keep crying about being betrayed by every friend they have. Same demon, different faces. Opportunities will repeat themselves to help you prove that you're no longer the person who made the mistake that burned you before, or that you don't listen. Some people exist today to correct a wrong they were attached to in a past life. Whether they were the ones that made the mistake or it did not end in praise, or someone else's error or mischief led to an unsavory end. Anyone who lives in Port Harcourt and falls for MMM again deserves what they get. In fact, the last batch deserved what they got. It is absolutely wild for me that after Umana in the 80s, yeah, you remember Umana? Anyone resident in Port Harcourt can fall for any money doubling scam. But it's not just a Port Harcourt thing. I mean, it could be anywhere in Nigeria. MMM, when it came, was not just in Port Harcourt. It was everywhere. It was a big deal. Banks, Oh, this one now. Let me shock you. It was rumored. I'm not sure. It was rumored that some bankers will take money from customers' accounts to also put in this, and then when the profit comes, they replace the money. I'm sure some of you have heard that rumor. I can't sit here and say it's true or false, but it was rumored that something of that nature happened. And you ask me, why not? This December, we gotta shayo, we gotta party, we gotta, what's the word? We gotta celebrate, we gotta marry the merry. So is it a festive period thing? Is it the festivity that some way gets to us, blinds us, shuts our reasoning in a way that we do not remember that it had happened before, or someone close to you had experienced such, or you had heard in the news that something of that nature indeed happened? Would it be less if it was never around the festive period? Do people just lose their memory, have what they call selective amnesia when it comes to making financial mistakes and not repeating them? Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
To me, I feel it's an individualistic thing.
Okay.
On the person. And in this part of the world, the desperation for wealth is not to create wealth or sustain wealth, but to prove a point. I don't arrive.
I don't blow.
Don't blow. We show them, say, we say, can make money. And that is a poverty mentality. I, for once, never ventured into any of those schemes. Never. By the grace of God, I work somewhere. And in this organization, whenever there is employment, it is secretive. Very secretive. Even you that is working in this same organization, if you don't have the link, you will not know. The next thing you will see, new faces. And these are our department, this and that. So from this knowledge, if good opportunities like this are hot, they hide them even from you. Then this other one, 9 days too good, they go call inform you. That is why I choose not to get myself involved. When you look at it, the real financial opportunities, the real employment, the real engagement, they don't tell you. It's only the fake ones. It's only the scam. And our people will never listen. Now you have given us as a broadcast message to group.
Something is happening to my phone lines. Hi Denise, good afternoon. Unfortunately, the financial scam fraud of Flexers has made me so hesitant about any investment, even the supposedly authentic ones. The mistake I made was to believe INEC's deceits and endure the hot sun to vote well. For now, I have decided not to vote again until e-voting is effective. Erawoba, I see. You had to go to elections. Didi, the answer is simple. Repeated cases of financial scam is a function of greed. It is not that they are not learning from the previous mistakes, but pure greed. That is the quest to hammer, most especially during the festive period, will always make them fall victim of these schemes over and over again. Simply goodness from Alakaya. Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good, Didi? Everything good. Soki Fubara from Pataka say, I try to learn from mistakes, especially when I see it, trying to assume a pattern. But you see this money doubling or Ponzi scheme, I no do, based on its likelihood to scratch. I think you meant crash. However, we can't live in this imperfect world without getting hurt based on poor judgment or inadequacies. May God give us clarity of thoughts, plus order our steps, amen. Because while you're plenty for Nigeria, many scams. Do we learn from our financial mistakes? Or maybe it's my village people. If only my village people would just let me be. I should have blown from this. Or maybe, I don't know, bad luck, as some of you have said. Never for once did you sit down to think that maybe it was not doing your due diligence. People have lost money. Oh no. Millions, like I said. People go to the banks every day. My money, hey, I'm finished. Hey, where do I start from? Oh my God. Hey, I want to die. People say it. Have you not seen? People say it. I had a very bitter experience. And this one, it was the fault of the bank, not mine. This was in 2015. I lost money. The good news is I was able to recover the money because I was able to reach out to the merchants and tell them that I did not authorize the transaction. It was fraud. And that was when we started making cases centered around how the banks needed to tighten security of funds from their end. I knew how I felt when I lost that money. And I was not willing to let it go. I was willing to follow up the money. And I did. And I got it back. And after that incident, guess what? I took a decision that, you see this thing that happened, I will not want it to happen to me again. How can I sit where I am? And I just noticed that money has left my account. And I decided never to use a debit card again. Until date, I don't own a debit card. Call me old school. There's nothing you want to do in this life that will make me own a debit card. Because that was where the problem started from. So I don't. It was not until recently I started using a mobile application. So you would usually find me going to the banking halls if I needed to make a financial transaction. Call me old school. But that was what I learned from that experience. And if it was possible for me to be with my debit card and I am holding it and someone can still make transactions without me authorizing it, what was the point? Nothing you want to tell me. Oh, we have changed. I don't want to hear. Keep your card. I don't care. But some of you, your mistakes are not coming that way. Your mistakes may come in you directly being fully aware of the entire process, giving consent, and looking forward to great returns. Even after you had been burnt before, even after someone has shared their audio with you, again I ask, do we really learn from our mistakes? And is it a festive period thing for people to always get scammed. Keep dropping your messages. 0809 030 6416. Up next is trending stories. I believe that we should come back. Hold on. Let me just confirm something. We should be back to round off this conversation before the All On Energy program that comes up at 1:30. I'm Janice Dennis Walu. Stay tuned to us.